Hello everyone, welcome back to Mechwarrior Online Fan Appreciation Mech 2, the Centurion CN9-AH, or A. This one is kind of infamous within the community because it was originally in the beta prior to the Wang hero mech being added to the game. This was unique because it was a Centurion model that could carry an AC-20 in the right arm and had energy weapons and missiles. What they've done with this one for players is they've given them the AC-20, but they've removed the energy slots and just given you, I think it's 3 missile slots instead, basically to try and force you to buy the Wang if you want energy. So it's whether you like to have SRMs for close range or LRMs, or whether you want to have the energy in the AC-20. Personally, I prefer the Yanlo because it's nice to have that backup, especially in a mech that's very, very ammo reliant. You only get 7 shots per ton of AC-20 ammo, so you're going to very quickly want something to back you up there that isn't going to run out of ammo anytime soon. The AH though isn't a bad mech. I'd say it was more of a support mech. It does have 2 slots in the ballistics right arm, so you could do a couple of AC-2s, maybe a couple of AC-5s if you messed around enough with the engine, maybe dropped the SRMs entirely, or maybe with things like SRM2s or streaks. I think it's a tough mech to make a build for. It almost seems like taking the AC-20 out is a bad thing. It kind of is detrimental to the entire chassis.
Target acquired.
But the Centurion is... I've always had a soft spot for the Centurion. I always liked the original, especially in the cartoon. I always liked it. With Alton Rider running around. I think I actually prefer the original Centurion look over the Mechwarrior Online one. It isn't bad, but I think the way its arms kind of stick out makes it look a bit strange. But I do like the head design and stuff. So the AH is obviously a lot more nimble. It still has the same themed colour pattern that you saw earlier at the beginning. That shows, again, another angel on the right torso, and these sort of Celtic knot designs and stuff. I do like the fact that they have this sort of sheen, reflective sort of setup on the paint. It's an effect that they have only ever allowed a select few mechs to have, and it produces some really, really good colours, and they don't let us buy those. I don't know why. Maybe it's to keep those mechs special, a bit like the gold mechs and the Golden Boy Kintaro hero and stuff. So what I did with this Centurion anyway was I stuck a LRM-15 to give it a slightly better punch and kept the AC-20, messed around. I think I put an XL engine into the mech instead of the standard, gave it a slight speed boost, not much, but the XL engine freed up enough weight that I could put some more ammo in. So I think I've got a match worth of ammo in the mech for the AC-20. Not too bad about the LRM. I think I have 2 tons of LRM-15 ammo and a couple of heat sinks. Doubles probably aren't essential for this build because it's so low on weaponry, but the AC-20 does generate decent heat, so you have to be aware of that depending on where you are, what map you're playing on. Hit detection, I believe, has been largely fixed as well now. Apparently this recent update with the new teamwork bonuses apparently fixed some of the host state rewind issues and laser hit registration. I don't know if it's had any effect on ballistics. It's just I sometimes feel like I fire an AC-20 and it sort of phases through a target, so I assume that's lag. It might be latency on my end or latency on the target's end, but yeah, it's frustrating because every AC-20 round just feels like it's a lost opportunity. Especially it almost feels like a lost kill. I like this mech more compared to the Atlas. Obviously it will die a lot quicker, and as you can see there, I've got an XL engine. I'm bright red on my right torso now because everyone else has got AC-20s, because I think their team's got like 3 of these Centurions, my team's got 2 of these Centurions, including me, and then there's a load of these new Atlases, so there's a ton of them running around. So there's a lot of AC-20s at the moment. It feels like the old days of Mechwarrior Online. Lots of AC-20s and nothing else. Good old brawling style. But the team have started to push them. at this point, and I decide I'm not going to stick around in that tunnel, so I'm going to go topside. Again, it's kind of weirdly coincidental that the footage for this one was also the same footage that I have for the Atlas, so obviously Crimson Strait must be a lucky map for me on the recording. Downsides of the AH, it's pretty much the same as any Centurion. Don't lose your right arm, make sure you use your left arm as a shield, and you want to run this as a brawler, basically, like any Centurion. Difference with this one is you can't be a zombie mech because you don't have any weapons in your CT, so if you lose your left or right torso or your arms, you're pretty much fucked. You've got no more weapons. And yeah, good luck to you with that one. This is the highlighting issue that can occur on this map, is for a defending team, if they allow the attackers to get the platform and they stay under, you can just pop in and out of these gaps in the top, and I assume these are freight elevators, or obviously like a lift for cargo, and you can just sort of wait for them to creep in, and then you just like take a nice shot. Missed the Kit Fox, I thought I got him. There goes that opportunity. But it's annoying when you're on the receiving end of it. It's quite fun when they're basically just shooting fish in a barrel, because they're just sort of walking into your line of fire, and there's not much they can do about it. It also means that any mechs that focus on having LRMs suddenly become completely ineffective because you're just firing missiles into the ceiling. Yay! LRM kill, not AC-20 kill. Proving the value of that LRM 15mm. So yeah, this one's wrapping up. This is just a quick look at this mech. Again, you get this mech if in the past you have bought any level of a previous pack, be it Founders, Phoenix, Masakari pack, or Clan Pack Wave 1, or Clan Pack Wave 2, or bought any Mech Credits recently. You qualify for this Centurion. It comes with a free mechbay, so I believe this offer is now run out, unfortunately. So yeah, if you got one, have fun. Otherwise, unlucky, I guess.